Welcome to Home Kitchen Live. So Home Kitchen Live is a free virtual cooking demo, and it's available to Pampered Chef customers, party guests, and hosts throughout the US and Canada. So I'm loving those emojis. Throw them up there, especially if a consultant invited you tonight. I'm Jackie. I'm a little bit under the weather, so my voice is a little raspy tonight, but I am coming to you live from the Chicagoland area where the Pampered Chef home office is located. So I love seeing where everyone is from in the chat. Add it below if you haven't done so already. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. During the next 20 to 30 minutes, we'll be joining Shelly from her home kitchen. And tonight we want to help you find the products and tips to get ready for the holidays. You're going to learn prepping tips, and you're going to learn how to make a delicious stuffing. It's so yummy and delicious. Couple housekeeping notes before we get started. First, we offer a handout for each event, and that includes tonight's recipe and featured products. You can find it in the resources tab right within Zoom. And you also get this in that Zoom reminder email. So if you can't find it here, you'll get it there. Second, we have an exciting giveaway tonight. We're going to pick 2 lucky winners live tonight. And for those of you that are watching a recorded version, guess what? We're going to pick one of you too. So make sure you take the survey that was included in your email. At the end of the demo, we're going to come back on live. We're going to dish out questions to Shelly. And then, of course, if you're here live tonight, take that survey. We really value your feedback, and that's so important to us. Now, if that chat is going crazy on your device, you can mute notifications by clicking into the chat and clicking the arrow at the top to mute notifications. So sit back, relax, and let's get cooking. Take it away, Shelly.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, welcome. I am so glad that you are here. I want to just change the screen real quick so that I can, there we go. I want to make sure I can see everybody here. Hi, guys. Well, I am so excited to talk to you guys about kitchen tips and meal prep ideas because Thanksgiving is a busy day. It's a hectic day for some. And so having things planned ahead is really going to help you feel less stressed. And that's one of the things that I think really can be special with Pampered Chef is we have great tools to help you get in and out of the kitchen quickly, and I'm going to be sharing tons of them with you. I am going to be making for you guys. It's called sausage and apple herb stuffing, and I'm going to be doing it in the brownie pan. So I know that this is something that most of you have, so I thought that would be perfect because it is a time saver. You can, of course, cook it right here in our enamel cast iron skillet with lid, but I am going to be making it, prepping here, putting it in there and cooking in the oven in a quarter of the time. So much faster. But I am going to just start from beginning to end, show you the tools that are going to help you in the kitchen and kind of give you some tips along the way so that way you can really save time. So enamel cast iron skillet with lid, this is actually one of the tools that are on sale this month and is one that I am really falling in love with because of the size. This is beautiful. And it's not only enameled inside for helping for non-stick and things like that, but the size of it is what is actually ideal. I have in here, this is going to be, earlier I had done sausage, pork sausage, because that's one of the things you can do ahead of time. You can cook your sausage ahead of time for stuffing. So that can be done a day or two ahead, cook it up, put it in a leak-proof glass container, and put it in the fridge. And so that way, when you're ready to put this together, you've got that ready to go. And so I had that in our enamel cast iron. It's ready to go here. So to this pan, we are actually going to be putting together the sausage and celery that go into our stuffing. So in that, we're going to be adding butter. It's a stick of butter, but everything's better with butter, I hear. So we're going to make this really tasty. So the whole stick is going to go in here. And you're going to get this to melt down and it's going to get frothy. So you want it to be definitely foamy. And that's one of the things that is going to make this recipe really, really tasty. Is having this butter ready to absorb all those flavors. And in here, maybe I could show you guys what foamy looks like. Because it is something, can you hear it sizzling? This is foaming. See how it has all the foam on it? That is what you're looking for before you put in your onion and celery. And I had done these ahead of time in our prep and store system. This is what it is. It's got these plates here. It has a system that was sitting in my fridge with all the ingredients that I need for this recipe. I had done them ahead of time so that I could actually have more time with my family today. Imagine it's Thanksgiving, right? And so I had done the whole onion. I only need 1.5 cups, so I have a divider here that has the rest of it in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lid, put that on the half that I don't need, and dump the other half right into our pan. And so that way you have all that go in there. Oops. It saved the other half that I needed. So that goes in there. And then the rest of this is gonna go back in the fridge, ready for another meal later in the week. So you've got storage here. And then the celery, I did the same way. It's all prepped, diced up. And I'm gonna show you how I did that. We used the Rapid Prep mandolin. So I'm gonna give this a stir because this is gonna have to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes to really cook down those onion and celery so they're more tender and not so crunchy. So get that going. And in here, the nice thing about this cast iron enamel is you can actually get some of those bits on the bottom like you can with stainless steel, but it actually is non-stick, so it really cleans up beautifully. This can go in the dishwasher. But this pan, I mean, in the comments, what would you cook in your enamel cast iron skillet? I mean, besides doing stuffing, you could do, you know, cornbread, brownies, chicken and veggies. You could do a pancake puff. You could do so many things. So I'm gonna let that cook for a minute using our small mix and scraper. This is the one you have to have because if you're taking out peanut butter or mayonnaise, you're doing scrambled eggs, this is the one that you want, the small mix and scraper. That's what I'm using today, right in our pan. So that's gonna keep going. But to do those, I'm gonna show you the Rapid Prep mandolin. So this one comes just like this. So when you store it, it's easy to store. It's in your pantry, it's in a cupboard, it's wherever you can store it. And it has little dials on the back. So you see this one goes from 1 to 8, and this one is gonna do slicing, thicker julienne or the smaller julienne, which you can even go as small as like tiny, tiny carrots for your salads, or do very thick for like French fries, sweet potato fries, things like that. And the slice, onions, zucchini, tomatoes, whatever. This is gonna do all of those for you and keep it safe. So you're gonna have the leg here with suction cup bottom. That is gonna go right onto your counter and it stays secure here. Then we're gonna take the catcher here. This is your tray. This will lock the leg down with that right on top. There is a blade cover here. So you slide this down, that protects the blade that's in there. This is your catcher. This is the hopper here. Put that in, so that locks in place, right? Good to go. And this pushes your food down. So you never come in contact with that blade because safety is so important. This twist pulls up and now you're ready to slice away. So I'm gonna do it with the apple because the apple is something that we're going to be putting in our stuffing. Sausage and apple stuffing is what we're making. Get that going a little longer. The apple, so regular apple, we're gonna take the core. This is our core and it has a little releaser. Can you see that? So when you go through your apple, you just do a little twist and you just go straight down. And then when you go down, push it through, and then when you pull it back out, your core is right here, and all you do is pull it out. Ta-da! So this you can throw into a pot of simmering water, put some cinnamon in there, maybe an orange slice, and have that smelling really good in your kitchen. So that is one of the things you can do with the extra core here. But this one, this I had done before. If you take a potato, cut the center out of your potato, cut the ends off of that center piece, cap the bottom of your potato, stuff inside cheese, bacon, green onions, whatever, take the other half, cap the top, poke holes, wrap it in foil, and bake it in the oven. And that is going to be cooking in like 20 minutes less than the full time because the core is the hardest part to cook, but you can have great stuffed potatoes by using your core. We're taking the center out of cucumber. So those are the things that this is really gonna help you with, but we're gonna just cut this right in half and put it again. So this is now ready to go into our hopper. And this is what we did with our onion and our, the celery, is I did the exact same thing with those to make this. So I wanted to show you how I did those dicing. put this in. And now we're gonna set the setting to 5 and do it for the julienne thickness. And all you do is you just slice it away. And you go down to the next one. And it's so fast, guys. And then the last piece. And then to make it dice, because that right now is like a skinny French fry. Can you see the French fry size? So now we're gonna take those and make those into a dice. All you do is you just take them out and you put them back in to the hopper here. Push off the side because it's gonna pop in that front area. And if you wanted to do the apple ahead of time, you can just put it into your leak-proof glass container, or you put it into one of your prep and store, a little bit of lemon juice, and that'll keep it from browning. So you really can prep everything in this recipe ahead of time. So all we're doing now is dicing. And I am so excited that I get to show you saving time and also some ideas to save some money. And so here's one of the things is with the saving time, prepping ahead is one. Also, having some people in your family help you the day of Thanksgiving, because that's going to really help you feel like everybody's involved, making great memories and helping you take away the stress from you doing everything, right? So see, they're diced, ready to go. And all you did was just plunge a few times. Ta-da! But yeah, so what would you slice with your rapid prep mandolin? I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. So now all I do is I take these off and put this back up because that's the blade and I don't want to go near that, and everything goes in the dishwasher. So super easy to clean this guy and keep it nice, keep you safe. And then this we're gonna add to our stainless steel mixing bowl. This is the big one, and it comes with 3 sizes. These are pretty much ready to go, just about. It's almost absorbed all that butter. So we're gonna take the other 3 sizes. You've got the large, medium, small. They all come with lids. They all have measure marks inside. And one of the things I really like about this is the thumb hole. That allows you to mix, and it has a pour spot so you can pour. But this is great because then you can actually take, and just use this little guy here. So if you have, say you've done your salad, stainless steel is a great place to store your salad in the refrigerator because it works as an insulator. So that way it's going to keep things colder longer. And so you can really have fresh, crisp lettuce for a week or so in the fridge using your stainless steel. Yay! So we are going to be using the big one here and dumping all our ingredients right into this for our stuffing because it's going to all be mixed together. I have this, I'm going to turn this one off so it can cool just a little bit. And I did ahead of time our bread, our stuffing bread. So you can buy the bread mix, I think it's called Mrs. Covinson's or something like that. You can buy that ahead of time pre-done, but that's going to cost you $3 or $4 a box, where you can buy a loaf of bread for maybe $1. Cut it up. I did the loaf. I cut it like a stacks of, I think one piece of bread is like an ounce. And so for this, we needed 14 ounces. And so 14 slices of bread. And so with that, you're going to take it, cut it in 5, turn it, cut it in 5. And that gives you the perfect cubes that you want for your stuffing. Can you hear how crunchy that is? So what I did was I put it all on our half sheet pan. This is the perfect size, you guys, for doing, roasting vegetables. I do it for caramel corn. I lay my caramel corn out and bake it in there. You can use this for a 1-pan sheet pan meal. Chicken on side, veggies on the other. Put your pies on here to bake them in the oven so any drippings will go onto here instead of the bottom. Keeps it clean. But all I did was I cut them out, laid them here. I used the spritzer. I spritzed all the bread and I added the rosemary herb to my bread. And that's our seasoning. So this is seasoned exactly how I want it. There's no extra preservatives, no extra, sodium. This is exactly how I want it. And so that I now am going to put right inside with the apples. We're going to add the sausage to this. We're going to add the broth to this. Chicken broth is going to go in here. Cranberries are going to go in here. And all of these things you can do right ahead of time. So this doesn't warp, doesn't rust, amazing size, heavy duty. You really feel like you're a gourmet chef with these guys. So make sure that you're getting that in there. So I've got the stuffing. We're going to add sausage, goes in. Half of a cup of our craisins, our dried cranberries. And this, you guys, you probably have these. If you don't, you want these. They come as a set of 3. So 4 cups, 2 cups, 1 cup, and you watch things rise as you pour inside. So it really saves you that time from having, you know, like, oh, I went over, you actually get precise measurements every time with these. But so you can put them in the microwave to melt butter, to warm milk, to melt chocolate. They go in the dishwasher, top rack, and these store nice, easy to go, but must have these guys. I use those constantly. So we've got that in there. We're going to add our rosemary herb to this also. So having the more flavors go through everything. Rosemary herb. Okay, I found this out. Doris Christopher, our founder, uses rosemary herb on her turkey. So she's using it. You should use it too. But rosemary herb, great on pork chops. This is so good in our stuffing. And this actually, you guys, this month we have our taste buds. I don't know if you have a subscription yet, but if you don't, you want it because you get new seasonings every month and new recipes to try out. I don't know how many of you get in the run of the same recipe over and over and over, but this taste bud subscription helps you relieve that stress. There's no more what's for dinner. You've got it planned and it's delivered right to your door. So we have 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months. You guys get that, give it a try. And this month we've got rosemary herb is in it. We have the savory maple and we have thyme and onion seasoning. Those 3 are coming in this month's subscription. So make sure you guys grab that so that you can have that at your door. Okay, so inside here, I think if you've watched one of these test kitchen lines before, you know inside our cup, the first line on the bottom is a teaspoon. The top line is a tablespoon. I just think that is so genius that they did that for us. We need a tablespoon of this. Dump it in the palm of your hand because this is dried. You want to open up those leaves to get those oils out so it gives you the more flavor. So just, crush it up between your palm of your hands. You're ready to go. And then you smell amazing. So it's a good, dual purpose here. So we're going to take all of this. And the beautiful thing, you guys, this has been cooking. It is tender. It is beautiful and nothing sticks. These pans are so beautiful. I mean, to look at, but also to clean. It's so simple. So this one, I think you guys have been saying, I don't know what you guys have said, but what recipes you be putting in here? Definitely do that because it's on sale. And if there's any tools here that you're liking tonight, November 14th, tonight, you order tonight, contact your consultant and you can order and have everything to your house by Thanksgiving. So you could be using these tools to help you have a stress-free Thanksgiving too. So love that part. I have these mitts, these little mitts, and I'm going to dump this right inside with the butter and the liquid and everything. Take that out. And I don't like to leave any little bits. I don't know if you're like me, I have to get everything out of here. So we're going to take everything and put it right inside. And then we have our chicken broth. So to our broth, we're going to be needing, I want to make sure I have the right amount for you guys. Move this over. And chicken broth is going to be 2 cans or 29 ounces. One of the things that you guys may have seen before, or you may not have, is when you're pouring your broth out of the box, you don't pour this way because the air can get here and it'll start to like glop, glop, glop. It'll give you the air. And so all you do is you turn it over and you're going to pour from the top. And so now there's no air coming out with it. So it goes straight in without all that mess. Ta-da! Great little tip, right? Okay, so that is done. All that out there. Next one. I had made this before, so I had these extras here. So we're going to do 29 ounces. And from this, I just watch it rise. There's no guessing. There's no going over or under. I get exactly what I want. And I can pour it right into the bowl. See? Pretty cool. So that is in. And the last thing we want to add to this is a little bit of stirring. Okay, that's it. So everything's in here. We just mix it up. Can you guys see as I mix? All these cranberries are adding the sweetness. We've got the savory of the sausage and the onion, all of that goodness. When we put this together, you can, of course, dump it back in here. That'll take you about an hour in the oven. But with the brownie pan, this is going to take you 20, 25 minutes and it'll be done. And they're perfect. Do you guys have the brownie pan? If you do, send some love and tell me what you've made in your brownie pan. Because everybody needs ideas. Everybody needs to know what they should be doing with theirs. Because we're doing a stuffing, of course, and of course you can do brownies and have the perfect edges on every single brownie. So from there, so also, are you guys a edge brownie or center brownie? Let me know that too. Okay, so get it all good in here. There's no salt needed. We've got that from the sausage, has enough flavor from that. That's it, you guys. All mixed perfectly. So while I'm getting that done, I'm going to talk to you guys about some tips that you can do for other recipes that you're making on Thanksgiving. So first, do you guys have this yet? This is brand new, and this is I'm so glad we finally came out with this, because we have the small, so 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. This is 4 tablespoons, so a 1/4 cup. So this is perfect for making those beautiful big cookies that you can get at the bakery. You can make them at home for so much less. So this is what that can do. This can do for sorbets. We're doing it for, doing our stuffing here, of course, but the brownie pan is the perfect size to fill that. So if you have the brownie pan, you need to get the scoop now too. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, make a scoop, dump it right inside, and just do this all the way through all 12 of them. So some other tips I want to share with you guys. If you are making mashed potatoes, you can actually peel your potatoes, slice them up or chop them up, put them in your stainless steel bowl with water, lid on, in the fridge a day ahead. Get that done, get that out of the way. And then when you're ready to make it, all you do is you drain the water, because that's a lot of starch in it. Drain the water, put it in cold water, because cold water will help your potatoes cook evenly. If you do hot water, it's going to actually cook the outside of the potato and leave the center a little underdone. So cold water when you're making your mashed potatoes. And then that's it. When you're done with that and it's ready to serve, most people, I don't know if your family's ever experienced this, mashed potatoes get cold fast, right? Not anymore. Look what you can do. You can actually put them in your insulated bowl, and this will keep them warm for seconds. Yay! It has the lid that can sit right on the side, so no more space needed. It sits on, so that way you can serve this and have all your mashed potatoes or stuffing or whatever you put in here warm or cold. So doing potato salad, macaroni salad, those things must have an insulated serving bowl. Yes, one of those tips. Another thing is if you're making gravy, a lot of you guys do your gravy from the drippings from your turkey. Yes. So what you want to do is make a gravy ahead of time, put that into a leak-proof glass container. And when you're making your gravy, add what you've pre-made right into that. So it goes further and it has the extra flavor. So you can make that a day or two ahead of time too. I mean, all of this can really be made ahead of time to save you so much time. I just love that. Cranberry sauce, applesauce, those ones you can make a day or two ahead of time. You do not have to do everything the day of. That's just a lot of stress, a lot of work that you can save yourself. Okay, getting all these perfectly measured here. One of the things you guys saw me using this before, right? So I was telling you that I had the onion and celery in here. It has these plates that are on the bottom. So you have this stored in the fridge, great for snacks during the day. So that way you're having a healthy option versus bad food, which is so easy to go for. But if you have the good stuff ready and prepped, it's so much easier to grab that and then you feel better. So you can put inside here, it has a divider, but it also has, take that out, you can put, like say you put carrots in here or you put celery, fill it with water and that can stay inside the fridge ready to go to keep it crisper and to keep it fresher. The opener for closing or more airflow, but these plates keep this tray cold for 4 hours. So you can have this out on the patio, you can have it by the pool, you can take it on a picnic. It keeps your food cold. So that way you're ready to go. You have these ready for taco bar, have everything laid out, but you just have things organized this way. It makes it less stress, everything else. And this one, when I'm ready to go, just put it back in the fridge for snacks for tomorrow. So cool. It does have the board here. I don't know if you guys can see the board, but the board has the things that come out. Let's see. Can you see that? So what you do is you take this here, put it on side, and then when you take this off, you can chop on the board, slide it in here, and then you can put it away. So genius. So thank you, Pampered Chef, for these great, great, great tools. Okay, so finishing this up, one of the things I wanted to make sure I talked about everything I have up here. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, our timer. Do you guys have the timer? This has 4 settings. So one is showing me I have 2 minutes left. And so that one is for me. Number 2 was for the stuffing. Number 3 is for something else, but you can have set one for each kid for timeout. Have it for how long they're reading, how long they're on the devices. You can use this for many things. You can use it as a stand. You can wear it so that you never have, you always have the time and you know when it comes out, or you can put it on the fridge or anything magnetized. It has a magnet on the back to it. The timer has multiple uses. Love that so, so much. Okay, so we are just about done here. I wanted to do these last few ones and then do the magic of television here. So this is what it looks like going in. And then back here, this is what it looks like coming out. Ta-da! So it is brown, it's crunchy on top, it's browned on top. I'm gonna just take one out real quick so you guys can see what they look like. This is your little sausage, apple, stuffing, perfectly. These guys, they're portioned perfectly. So that way nobody's going to hog all the stuffing from the bowl. You have them perfectly done so that you have good, calorie control. You have beautiful presentation. So if it's a fancier one, this is really going to fit into that too. But the time to cook this is so much less. I just love that so much. Okay, there's so much more I can talk about, but I think that is pretty much it on my time. I want to leave this open for you guys to have any questions that you may have. Please let me know if you have any questions so I can answer those for you. But I'm going to hand it over to Jackie here.
Awesome job, Shelly. There is so much love for you.
Yeah.
Your enthusiasm, your tips. Everyone is just so excited. And yes, we do have a lot of questions in the Q&A that we will get to. Couple quick things. So in November, we have amazing deals. And so there's 2 products tonight that Shelly shared. It's gonna be a tongue twister. And these are on sale all month long. So the enameled cast iron skillet with lid is $99 in US and $128 in Canada. And this is like huge savings. And Shelly shared, you're gonna want to get these right now for your Thanksgiving prep. And those stainless steel mixing bowls, those are also $99 in US and $108 in Canada. And we have more great products on sale all month long too. So reach out to your consultant to learn more. Okay. For the big giveaway, drum roll. I need to get drum roll music. We have 2 viewers that are going to win that prep and store system tonight that Shelly used to store that pre-prepped veggies. And so our 2 winners are Judy, I'm going to pronounce your last name, Desmarias, Desmariais, and Juanita Webster. Now, if you had fun tonight and you're thinking, hey, I may want to be a consultant just like Shelly and join that Pampered Chef community, then I want you to head over to Facebook at the Pampered Chef's Facebook page at 7:45 p.m. tonight. So in 15 minutes. And we're going to have more friends go on live and they're going to share more about Pampered Chef. They're going to do this on the Pampered Chef Facebook for Canada and Pampered Chef Facebook for US. And guys, tonight's the last night that you can sign up for $25. I know that's the US price. Sorry, don't know the Canadian price off the top of my head. So if you were like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, I really suggest go ahead, go listen, go tune in, and see what it's all about. Now, for the questions, my friend Shelly.
Yeah.
So, lots of questions about the enameled cast iron. So, we always get this question about so many of our products, and I don't expect you to know the answer to this, but a lot of people just want to know about the weight of the enameled cast iron. So maybe pick it up or show a little bit more. Oh, she's gonna get her kitchen scale out, people.
Let me get the lid and I'll put it together and where do I put the lid?
Yeah, I mean, this is enameled cast iron. So cast iron is gonna be a more it's gonna weigh more than something that's like a lightweight stainless. So, but for those of you that have some concerns with your wrists, it may be hard to see it with the
see it very well. Sorry. Yeah, it goes over the pounded. I don't know.
Oh, well, we tried, people.
We tried, but it's heavier than the skillet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be heavier than a piece of cookware, but I mean, cast iron is, I mean, it's iron. It's gonna be a heavier material,
Yeah.
but I
But
think it has handles, and I think the skillet is a great, sorry, my turtle keeps popping out, my kid's turtle. I was gonna say, if you're looking to start with an enamel cast iron piece, this is a great one to start with, because the ones with the higher side walls, you know, obviously more material, more weight. So this could be a good one for you to just get a feel if you like cooking with enameled cast iron.
Yeah.
So I do recommend that. A lot of questions about cleaning. So people were really surprised that enameled cast iron is dishwasher safe. And I know you did mention that it's pretty easy to clean for you, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. So another question is on the bread that you used. Like, how did you get it crispy? And that's all I know for the question. So I don't know when she was asking that question, if it was crispy before you made the stuffing or after.
I know. Okay, so I made that. You can make that a day or two ahead of time, the stuffing. I cut it up and then I put it on the pan. It's at 275 for 45 minutes. And halfway through, you just move it around because you want it to really be dried out. You don't want it to have any soft pieces, because if they're soft to the touch, it's going to have soggy bread. So when it's crunchier, it'll absorb, it'll stay the shape. So that's what you want to do. Just make sure that it is all dried out and it's the right kind of stale is what we'll call it. But you can use any bread. So you have sourdough, you have white, you have wheat, you can use all of it. You have leftovers, heels, they all work. But you can put it in a brown bag or in a zip bag, and that way it'll stay on the counter for like 2-3 days before you even need it. So do that ahead of time. Good, good, good. Yeah, glad you asked.
Yeah, and one thing I do as well for stuffing, because sometimes I forget to dry it out, like I'll cut it up, I'll put it on a sheet pan, I'll lay it out, and then I'll put it in my oven overnight.
Yeah.
Because I'm not using my oven, like I just let it like air dry a little bit, and then it's protected. Or you can, if you really forget, bake it at a super low temperature,
Yeah,
like
that's what
200 or so, and then just to get it a little, that moisture taken out.
exactly. Yeah.
Now the other question is, people ask, like, did you have to grease the brownie pan before you put the stuffing in?
No, not at all. Our brownie pan is super nonstick. I didn't do anything, and all I did was I used our nylon, because I don't want to scratch it. So I used the nylon mini spatula and I just went around the edges. This is just come out, and then I just lift it up and it just comes right out. I mean, there's nothing sticking to the bottom. And I use this for lasagnas, for brownies, for banana bread, cornbread, everything, meatloaf. And it just comes out perfectly. Yeah.
And one thing, I know we're getting a couple more questions about the new consultant offer, and I do apologize. I have my dates mixed up. You actually have until tomorrow night at midnight. I'm sorry. I'm thinking today is already the 15th, right? But I think I'm just so excited that there's the event tonight. So I do apologize for that. So you get one more day.
Join us, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight is the end for Thanksgiving delivery, though. 14th is the Thanksgiving deadline.
Yes. See, that's why we're a teamwork here. We all have to virtual high fives. So some questions about cleaning the Rapid Prep mandolin. We always get questions like this. So when you put it in the dishwasher, is that blade covered, or is it like
open,
exposed so it can, like, you know, clean all that fun stuff?
Yeah, I leave this open and I just put it in just like that. So you can leave this up too, or you can push it down. But this is just something that when you leave it up like this, these lines in here, the water can force through it and help clean it all out. So, or if you have one of those little brushes, that helps get anything that may be left in there. I think I have it right here. Yeah. One of these little brushes. These little guys. Yeah, this works perfect to get anything that may have been left in there after the dishwasher. I just brush it right out. So everything comes clean on this guy. Everything.
Awesome. Okay, so let's say you had to, we're going back to enameled cast iron.
Okay.
Let's say you had to do some deep cleaning, because you know how sometimes you can get like marring on the bottom? Like,
yeah, I had that today. Yeah.
Soft marks. Is there any tricks you have for deep cleaning?
Yeah, when I did the sausage, I had the brown stuck in the middle, the bits, and so scraping it up. You could use Barkeeper's Friend. If you guys, I mean, Norwex, I use their paste. Beautiful. It just wipes everything out, you guys. It is so easy. Just even little soak it with some Dawn dish soap, let it go. It will pull that up too. The Dawn spray, that works really good. And it just pulls everything up and just wipes out. I mean, it's really the easiest thing I've cleaned. And I thought that was not going to come up from the sausage. I was like, oh no, I have to show this. But no, it's perfect, you guys. Look, I mean, it was dark brown. So it's super clean. Yeah, I love this.
No, love it. And then, someone asked, just like in general, what are the benefits of cooking with enameled cast iron?
So with the enamel, it has that non-stick to it. And that's the one thing that I like the best. Only because you can heat it up so much hotter than you can with cookware. So this one, I like that you could cook really high heat. And so it's just nice that it has that even cooking, but you can cook at a higher temperature, and the enameled is non-stick. So you get all these beautiful properties from all these different types of cookware all in one. So I like that.
Yeah, and there's some other people chiming in on the chat. So a couple other features I really like is enameled cast iron, like that stays hot. So it helps keep your foods warmer longer. Yep. And then the other thing is they are beautiful pieces. So especially during the holidays, you don't want to like bake in something, then have to transfer it to something else for the table. So this goes from stove or oven to tabletop.
Oh, exactly.
All right. Now, my last question I have here is, what do you do with leftover stuffing? Is there ever leftover stuffing in your house? There usually isn't in mine, but
yes. Oh my husband was just saying this, is you can actually take these little stuffing cups, cut them in half, put turkey inside, and you can have this as your, sandwich. But I love to put it on a piece of bread, like a hoagie, maybe a sandwich. Do it with turkey, do it with gravy, cranberry sauce, stuffing, a little bit of mayonnaise, and that is our favorite turkey sandwich. It's Thanksgiving on a sandwich. But yeah, you can turn this into add this to chicken pot pie or turkey pot pie. Add that stuffing and gravy and potatoes to pie crust with some turkey in there. Great for leftovers to put it into a pie shell for sure.
Oh yeah, and lots of other suggestions are coming through the chat, so I love it. One last question we had this multiple times. The enameled cast iron, it can be used in a glass top stove, so that's okay. So it really, really is, versatile in that way. So last, thank you, Shelly. Thank you for taking time to be with everyone tonight to share your Thanksgiving holiday tips. And I know those in Canada, you've already had your Thanksgiving, but we hope that you learned some tips that are going to help you get ahead for the holidays as well. Now, don't forget, if you are interested in learning more about being a Pampered Chef consultant, please go to the Facebook page. So Pampered Chef, there's a Pampered Chef US, there's a Pampered Chef Canada. We're going to have more of our friends that are going to be tuning in 7 minutes, and they're going to share some more of those common questions that people have about Pampered Chef. But otherwise, we'll be back here next Tuesday. We still have more holiday prep to do. So I hope you join us, and have a great evening, everyone.
All right, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye, guys.